By the end of this video, you will want to put down your phone and pick up a pen and a piece of paper and start rewrite your brain. And here's the why. But let me tell you my story first. I tried journaling multiple attempts over the years. Bought this beautiful notebook, wrote 1 page or 2 pages, and stopped. Bought another one a year later, wrote 1 page, stopped again. It wasn't a habit, it wasn't a routine, and honestly, I just couldn't see the point. So if you have started and stopped the thing 3 times and decided you are just not a journaling person, I was you for years. Then I turned 40, and the math on my life changed completely. And that is when journaling stopped being just a cute thing and started becoming a tool. And here's the thing. Nobody warns you about at 40. And just close your eyes for a second and picture your mind. Your time, your focus, your capacity as a pie. And suddenly, everyone gets a fork in it. The kids, the aging parents, the job, the house, the people who need you to remembering the things. Everyone seems to have access to your pie. It just except you. And there's no slice left with your name on it. And I got quietly furious about this fact. Not in this dramatic way, in a where did I go way. I wanted 1 slice back, just 1 slice. And it's not that I needed more hours. I needed to take back the attention I was leaking all day long. And the smallest, the cheapest, and actually the most simple way I find to do that was just a pen, a piece of paper, and 5 minutes alone. Here's where it gets interesting. Because I needed the science before I can commit. I have spent over 15 years in the healthcare, so I needed the data and the fact to back it up. And here is the fact. When you just think a thought, it drifts through and it's gone. But when you pick up a pen and write it by hand, your eyes, your hand, and your brain all fire at once. Researchers in Norway put 256 sensors on people's heads and watched it happen. Writing by hand lit up the whole networks across the brain. However, typing barely moved the needle. The hand teaches the brain, and that connection is what gives the thought the power to actually stick. A thought you only think floats away, a thought you write it down starts to rewire you. James Pennebaker, University of Texas at Austin, launched this field in 1986, and people who wrote about their deepest thoughts and feelings for about 15 to 20 minutes over several days showed health and mood benefits, including fewer doctor visits in the months after. And in his study, writing about emotional experiences as a therapeutic process. And in that research, it replicated across 100+ studies associated the benefits including reduced anxiety and depressive symptoms and reduced stress. So the current understanding in this, and remember, writing helps restructure how we think about a stressful experience, not just vent it. So what really happened here is that you are writing a filter for your brain. Every single day, it's deciding what's worth your attention and what to throw out. And most of the good stuff, gets buried under this noise. The school email, the piano recital, all the things around you, but not giving the value. The thing you said you'd do for yourself, however, 6 months ago, and that never made to the cut. So when you write something down, you are handing your brain a flag. And you are actually saying to your brain, this one, pay attention to this one. You are choosing what gets through the filter instead of letting the day choose for you. And there's this old idea in Chinese thought for this. Intention leads and the energy follows. So where your attention goes, your life quietly reorganizes and then follow. And journaling isn't just a diary, it's you reprogramming your own attention on purpose. And here's the final part that flipped it for me completely. So you think you are writing about the past, right? What happened today? What you felt, what you are chewing on. But you are actually not. You are making a down payment. You are making a deposit on the person you are becoming to in the future. In one study out of California, people who wrote their goals down were dramatically more likely to actually reach them than the people who just kept them in their heads. Same IQ level, same dreams, the only difference was the ink. Time is a very interesting thing. This is one asset you cannot buy more of, but it compounds like interest. So on 100 small decisions and 5 minutes of ink today is this deposit that pays out in a year. You are not really recording your life, you're actually investing in it. So let me make this stupidly simple, because the fancy version is why you quit last time. Forget the gratitude prompts. Forget the beautiful notebook. That's not the reason we want to restart this. Tonight, before bed, set a timer for 5 minutes by hand and write tomorrow's to-do list and be specific. Not groceries, just write buy oranges. There's actual research. People who wrote a specific to-do list before bed would fall asleep faster than the people who didn't. Because you are offloading the racing mind onto the pages so it stops chasing you at 2 a.m. Then one last line. One thing future you would thank you for. That's it. 5 minutes, a pen, a piece of paper, and take your sliced pie back. And I will see you next week.